Good morning, everyone. Now, what a great way to start a Monday morning with your boy, Brian Jew. Now, that's what I did last week of October. And I personally think that October passed especially faster than any other month this year. And it's because there was a season change, which made us, get used to the cold weather. And this takes time for our body, for our minds, and everybody around us to get used to. And on top of that, the day length is getting shorter and shorter. So it seems like each day is passing by quickly. Anyways, we're going to get our Monday, our last Monday of October, started right with a good song for y'all right here. This is my home girl. Don't know her personally, but I like calling her home girl. Jessie J featuring Big Sean with Wild. That was Jessie J featuring Big Sean with Wild. And you guys are now tuning into What's Poppin' with your boy Brian Jew on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, a couple of reminders. How do you get in contact with us? Pretty simple. All you got to do is send a text to sharp at pound 1013 for a charge of 51. Hit us up on Kakao Talk. But to do that, you have to add TBS EFM as a plus friend first, of course. And if you haven't already, please follow us on Twitter at TBS What's Poppin'. And we're live today, so we want to hear from you guys. The number is 02-778-1013. And you can call us from anywhere in the world. Anywhere. And also, if you have a longer email, the address is efmpoppin@gmail.com, and you can ask us questions or just give us a shout out. Also, if you're interested in our playlist, come check that out as well at the website tbsefm.soul.kr/EFM/what's poppin'. But before we move on, let's hear a few words from our sponsors, which are LGU Plus, 동서 Foods Corporation, 서강대학교 경영전문대학원. Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome back to the first half of What's Poppin', and y'all know what time it is. It's time for today's pick. Now, over the weekend, did any of you guys go out to see the autumn flowers or the foliage? Now, since it's finally the season of fall, there were and are many flower festivals that are going on right now in Korea that you can go and visit. And I hope you guys went to at least one of them. Now, here in Korea, when you think about fall flowers, the first thing that comes up to mind is cosmos. Now, you can find it almost everywhere and anywhere. And once you find cosmos blooming, it's a sign that tells you that fall is finally here. Now, this flower symbolically means pure love, sincerity, peace, and tranquility. Now, on top of cosmos, we have chrysanthemums, and they're also a flower that are commonly found here in South Korea during the autumn season. Now, the red chrysanthemum means I love you, of course, and the white chrysanthemum means innocence, purity, pure love, and the yellow chrysanthemum means slighted love. Now, y'all know, I just educated y'all. Now, there's also the buckwheat flower, which includes the symbolic meaning of love, of course. And other flowers such as the rose, y'all know, symbolically means love. And lilacs mean friendship. Now, it seems as if these flowers have secrets of their own. So, you can send your little secrets through messaging your friends by sending them these flowers. And I'm talking about, the special someones. Anyways, speaking of secrets, we got the perfect song for y'all right now. We have One Republic with Secrets. That was One Republic with Secrets. Now, this track is the second single released from One Republic's second studio album called Waking Up. Now, did y'all enjoy the song? Because y'all know I did. I love me some One Republic in the morning. Anyway, showing its popularity, the song has been heavily used on various series of advertisements and films around the world. Now, one example is the 2010 film, The Sorcerer's Apprentice. So if you haven't seen that movie, go check it out. And that song plays in that song, or the movie, of course. So go check that out. But right now, we're going to go over some Twitter comments because we blowing up. Yes, it is hot in her. And Ayuko just tweeted, good morning, TBS EFM 101.3. I'm tuning in. Well, thank you very much, Ayuko. I'm assuming you're tuning in from Japan. That means a lot to us. Also, Baby Adisha wrote, seriously, your phone screen cracked? Don't have warranty? Yes, earlier I tweeted that my phone screen cracked. It's my fault. I shouldn't have been clumsy. But, stuff happens. We can't do anything about it. Also, Brian Ju Singapore just wrote, happy Monday. Start your beautiful week. Tuning into TBS EFM 101.3. What's poppin'? Well, thank you guys for tuning in today. It means a lot to us that we have your love and support. And we're moving on to the next song. And I guess it's a good song to start off on Mondays, because everybody has those funky Monday blues where you don't want to get out of bed, it's too cold, you're too lazy, you had a good weekend, and you just don't want to go back to work. So I'm going to pump you up with the next song. This is Young Jeezy featuring YG and E40 with Go. Yeah, hope you guys are all pumped up. That was Young Jeezy featuring YG and E40 with Go. I know a lot of you guys tuning in right now probably thinking, Brian's changing the show to his own style. It was always my style. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. And we're going to go over some Twitter comments, some text messages. And 6587 just wrote, I feel better when I listen to What's Poppin' on Monday morning. Thanks, baby Jay. Well, thank you. Oh, thank you for thanking me as a baby. It's funny because a lot of Korean girls nowadays, they nickname me Eggy, which means baby. And my email address a long time ago, I don't use it anymore, used to be Baby Jew, and that was also my nickname too. There you go. Craziness. Oh, look at that connection. The past comes back. Also, let's see, we're blowing up on Twitter. Hold on, I gotta go to the top. That's how you know we live, because I'm screening and checking and everything. Maki5 wrote, good morning, Brian. Much it was work. The holiday today. It's happy voice of Brian to hear from the radio. Yes, thank you for tuning in. And, yes, I'm not sure what the tweet means, but thank you for tuning in anyway. And, we're going to go into the last song for the first half of our show. And, you all know what's in that second half, of course. Today we're going to be playing some upbeat songs and jump up and get down. But for now, we got Tamia with Stranger in My House. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin' with your boy Brian Jew on TBS EFM 101.3. Get ready, y'all, for the second half, because y'all know what that means. We got Jump Up and Get Down for y'all. And today, we got something a little bit special to go back. It's a throwback, I guess, segment, of course. And if you want to find out, you got to stay tuned. Do not change that dial. But before we get into the second half, we have a few words from our sponsors, which are LGU Plus, Dongsa Foods Corporation, 혜택 Hangwon Pyeongchangsu, and Hwanin Pharmaceutical. Alrighty, y'all, it's finally time for our second segment called Jump Up and Get Down. Now for today, like I said, we have something special, and I call it special because one of my favorites, we got 80s dance pop. Yes, I'm talking about 1980s, not the 1880s, y'all. I don't even know any music from the 1880s. Anyway, so you can reminisce the good old times back in the 80s if you're from that era like me. And of course, if you're not, get ready to learn yourself some 80s pop. Now, first song for the second half is by a group called Wham! And the song we have is Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Now, this song is such an upbeat track, which fits perfectly for a Monday morning because we're here to wake you guys up. And the title itself, it says Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. So that's what I'm going to do for y'all. And it's a popular song that hit #1 on all the charts all over the world. Even if you're born after the 80s, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to recognize the song because the track has been covered by so many artists and was used in many television programs as well. So check out the song. Whether you like it or hate it, we're here to entertain y'all. Wham! With Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Yeah. That was Wake Me Up Before You Go Go by Wham! Like I said, isn't that song a fun song? I know a lot of people are probably thinking, it's a cheesy song. But I mean, that's what the 80s pops is all about, y'all. Yes, we had some cheesy pop tunes back in the day. But it's still fun, you know. Like that show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Remember the Carlton dance? I feel like you can do that to this song. Perfect song for that. Wake me up before you go. Perfect song. Now, moving on, we got Kajagoogoo song Big Apple and English girl group Bananarama's Love in the First Degree. Now, Love in the First Degree is a very upbeat disco track, which everyone can dance along to. And I personally think that Bananarama is kind of a woman version of the group Duran Duran. Y'all be the judge. Y'all give me your opinions. Y'all can text, tweet, kakao, whatever it is that you prefer. But with no further ado, we got two songs back to back for you guys right now. This is Kajagoogoo with Big Apple and Bananarama with Love in the First Degree. Yeah. We had some two funky songs back to back, of course. Some upbeat 80s tracks for y'all. Kajagoogoo with Big Apple and Bananarama with Love in the First Degree. Yep, I was in the studio dancing to, of course, the old school, as you guys would call it, the youngsters right now, the old school 80s cheesy pop. It's a little corny, I admit, but I mean, it was fun back in the day, of course, dancing music like this. And, from the sound of it, I feel like some of the songs actually sound a little bit older, like Bananarama song. That's pretty much, it sounds like somebody, created them from the 70s and brought them into the 80s, and now we're listening to them into the 2000s and all. Anyways, we're going to go from Twitter comments before we get into the last song for the segment. Serena Chang just wrote, "Only you can set me free." Woohoo! Great throwback tracks. Love it. Brian G Music. Well, thank you so much. I don't know how I can set you free. Are you locked up somewhere? Jokes. Ha ha ha. Also, Dawn just wrote, "I have the same wish. I don't know what wish that is." And also, Ayuko said, "Thank you for reading my message. I'm so happy." Well, I'm happy you're happy, and I'm glad you're tuning in right now, and I'm able to read your tweet. So thank you so much. Smokey just tweeted in, "Yo, Brian, it's Smokey here. What's poppin'? On my way to school and now listening to the show. Cheers." Well, have a great school day. Have a great Monday morning. And thank you for tuning in. It means a lot to us here at What's Poppin'. And also, Dawn just wrote, "So your encore concerts are over. Do you have any plans to come to China? We all miss you." Well, as you guys know, last night was the end of the Fly to the Sky encore tour for the Continuum album. So thank you so much, guys, for being so supportive, for those of you who came to our shows. And those of you who wanted to be there, couldn't be there in person, but you guys were there in spirit. We're singing for you guys from our hearts. So thank you, guys. But we are going to be on the road to perform again soon. So I'll give you guys updates as soon as I'm allowed to. You know what I'm saying? The companies be like, don't say anything yet. You know, rules are rules. But right now we're getting into the last song for the segment. And the last song is another 80s pop track, y'all. Love it. Love this 80s theme. So check it out. I hope you guys like it. We got the Power Station. Yes. Now, this group is a group that I'm not familiar with. That's why I hesitated. I was like, what group is this? I thought it said the Power Rangers at first. I was like, I ain't playing no Power Rangers up in here. Alrighty, well, this is Power Station with Some Like It Hot, and so do I. Check it out, y'all. Some do like it hot, and that was the Power Station with Some Like It Hot. And right now you guys are tuning in to What's Poppin' with Brian Jew. But unfortunately, it is time to wrap things up for our show today. But we're going to thank everybody for tuning in right now. And before I go, I'm going to read one Kakao message that just came in. "Last night, your concert in Gwangju was a blast. The whole set list reminded me of all the sad and happy moments of the 15 years of history of Fly to the Sky. I couldn't help but saying thank you, Brian Oppa, for staying in the entertainment industry and not leaving us after all those ups and downs. Blessed are us, your fans, for our life and our souls are healed and enriched by incredibly amazing artists like you. And I hope you'll always be blessed the way you are. Have a wonderful new week ahead. I love you so much. XOXOXO. Love you so much too. And we have the last song for you guys to wrap up our show. But we want to thank you guys once again. We have Jessica Simpson with What's It Gonna Be? And I'll be back tomorrow at 9:05 sharp. Once again, this is Brian Jew signing off. Peace.